Hello, how are you? I am back again, and today I want to do a quick video all about making money from your Instagram account. So I have been blogging for like 9 years, like it's been a really long time, and I do make my money in a variety of ways. And yeah, today I thought I would share some knowledge with you all. So if you have 3,000 Instagram followers or more and you want to make a little bit of money from your Instagram, then I'm hoping this video will be of help to you. So before we get started, this video not sponsored. I do have a refer a friend code, and if you do use my code, I will get a little summon. But yeah, it's not sponsored or anything. I just genuinely wanted to help. I've done quite a lot of videos about, you know, monetizing your content in the past, and I found that people have found it really helpful because I am quite honest and I am like willing to actually give the information. I feel like a lot of people don't want to give the information, and I am just like, do you know what, here's the information, go use it. And I know it's a troubled time. I know a lot of people are thinking about maybe making a career change, like pivoting, trying something new. It's quite a moment in all of our worlds where people are just kind of like, do you know what, is this what I want to do? Do I want to do something different? Maybe you've lost your job and you need a little bit of extra income, and you've got like 10,000 followers on Instagram, and you're like, do you know what, I need a little bit of cash to get me through. So anyway, today I want to talk about the app Tribe. There is a link below where you can go sign up. And yeah, I just want to kind of chat about it, have a really honest conversation about it, talk about my kind of thoughts on it and kind of like my recommendations with it, and just kind of tell you a little bit about it. So I'm going to open up the app. Here it is. And I'm just going to kind of chat to you about it. So basically you can use Tribe, or you can at least kind of apply to sign up to Tribe if you have 3,000 Instagram followers or more. You don't have to be an influencer, you don't have to be a blogger, you don't have to have a YouTube channel. You just have to have an Instagram account with 3,000 followers or more. And then basically what they do is they upload campaigns, and you can choose if you want to apply for the campaigns. They have campaigns for loads of different categories: animals, cars, beauty, business, children, education, entertainment and events, fashion, food and drink, health, fitness, sports, home and garden, photography, restaurants, social enterprise, social media, web and tech, travel and destinations. The most campaigns you'll probably see are in the beauty and food categories. There is some more, like there is some tech ones, but like mostly I'd say they're kind of food, beauty, maybe a little fashion, maybe a little animal, that kind of thing. Like they're the kind of the main ones that you'll see. And then basically you can either filter per category. So if I only want beauty category, like if I am a young beautiful girl who does a lot of makeup on Instagram and I only want to feature beauty because that's what I'm featuring anyway, then I can see that there is an Eyelaw campaign right now, there is a Compeed campaign, a Bondi Sands, Philip Kingsley, Botanical, Arboreum, Rimmel, Persona Nutrition, Blow Limited and Tresemme campaign right now on the app. So if you like any of those brands, if you're already using the products by these brands, you can apply for a campaign. So how it works is, say I'm going to go for the top one, which is Eyelaw. So say you fit their categories, so they do want somebody with 5,000 followers up to 500,000, and they want somebody 15 to 40. This is an Instagram campaign. They show you examples of what they want the images to look like a mood board, and then they give you a bit of a brief. They tell you what tags they want, and they tell you what hashtags. They have a list of do's and don'ts, and then they tell you where you can get the product, and they also let you kind of have all the information so you can create your submission. What you do need to know though is you kind of need the product to make the submission. So you can't use another brand of eyelashes, you have to use the Eyelaw ones, very obviously. And I wouldn't recommend going out to buy the eyelashes. I would recommend using eyelashes that you've got, as long as you've got the product. Basically, if you don't have the product, don't apply. If you have on your list, oh my God, I was gonna buy them, they're brand new out, I've heard they're amazing, I wanted to try them, I was gonna go buy them tomorrow anyway, and it's got nothing to do with the campaign, then I would say, sure, go ahead and buy them because you were going to buy them anyway. But I wouldn't say buy things, especially for the campaign, because what you'll have to do is you have to create your submission. You have to take your photo, write your content, upload it to the app. And if you get rejected, it can be really frustrating because you've bought the product, you've taken the photo, you've written the content, and you've paid money, like maybe like £8 for the product. And then they say, no, sorry, we've got all our people. And it's really frustrating. So I would say only do it if you've already got the product. And then you're kind of talking about kind of like 10, 20 minutes work that you would have kind of probably like just kind of picked up the product that you already have and taken the photo. And it's probably quite a fun way to spend 20 minutes. But like if you're going to go out, make a point of going out, getting in the car, go to buy it, paying for your parking, do you know what I mean? Like that's work. And that is money that you're spending on a product that you wouldn't have already bought. And then it kind of doesn't really feel authentic to you. Like I don't wear fake eyelashes really, so it would be pointless for me. But if you do wear fake eyelashes and you already have them, then sure, go ahead, create the content, create your submission, and you might get accepted. You can't assume that every submission that you make, you're gonna get picked for. But you know, if you take a great picture, if you create that content, you never know, you could get the money. In terms of how much you'll get paid, it really does vary on how many followers you have. So if you have a lesser number of followers, you might get kind of like £50, which I don't think is bad. But if you have like 100,000 followers, you might get like nearer to like £800, £900. Like that would be amazing and you'd be pretty pleased with yourself. So it really does depend on how many followers that you have. But I would say like £50 or more. I have had a variety of payments from Tribe. I think I've had £50 at the minimum and £200 at the maximum. But I would say that often I have had submissions where I have been given the product as well as the money. So we're going to get onto that in a minute. So there are two types of campaigns on here. There's the ones where you have the product and you take the photo and you upload the content that you would post and you already have the product. But there are very few campaigns where the product isn't out yet, or they know that you might not necessarily have the exact product, where actually what you do is you submit similar content and the copy that you would write, but then they send you the product. So that is actually really good. I got a clothes steamer that way and I was desperate for a clothes steamer. I had been like researching clothes steamers. I wanted one so bad. It popped up on Tribe. I submitted a picture similar to what I would do. I actually went in at a really low price because I was so desperate for this clothes steamer. Was like, I just want the steamer. I would do it for free because I want the steamer and I want to talk to people about steamers because I love a steamer. Anyway, so for that one, I was happy to have the product and a little bit of money. But for other ones, I've had more money, but no product. So it really does vary. But you know, if you're having a tough month, like I haven't really earned money in like 4 months. So if you're having a tough month and you've seen something that you love and you're happy to chat about on your Instagram, why not apply and see what happens? Next, there are lots of campaigns on Tribe and you don't have to apply for them all. Just apply for the ones that feel right for you. It's got to feel authentic. You've got to kind of be like happy to talk about this stuff. Like if your mum turned around and said like, oh, I bought that fabric conditioner because you talked about it, you don't want to turn around and be like, oh my God, like, oh, don't, it's awful. Like, you want to be like, oh yes, I love that stuff. That happened to me. My mum bought fabric softener that I was sharing for a sponsor post, and she was like, oh, I brought that fabric softener because I saw a hashtag influencer talking about it. And I was like, oh, it's really good, isn't it? And I still buy that fabric softener now. So like, you want to make sure that it's something that you're proud of because your friends are going to see it, your family are going to see it. And if you don't love that product and they turn around and say, oh, that washing powder is not good, you want to be able to say like, well, I loved it, you know? So do be careful of what you pick. It's got to feel authentic. And to be honest, if you already own the product, it probably will feel authentic. So that's something I wanted to share with you. What else? Oh yes, you need to keep applying. So I have applied for a lot of tribes and I've been rejected for a lot of tribes. They have a lot of submissions. They have a lot of people on their books. I think the quicker you get in, possibly the better your chances are. But honestly, there's a lot of people applying. There's a lot of people who want to talk about certain products. and you will get accepted and you will get rejected. So just because you've been rejected for like 2, 3, 4, 5 campaigns, don't be put off, just keep applying. The only thing I would say is don't buy any products for it, and don't spend like 4 hours shooting epic content because it might not get accepted. You want to kind of make it you want to make it nice content, you want to make it pretty, you want to make it feel authentic to you, but you don't want to go out and, you know, drive to Scotland to shoot the fabric softener. Do you know what I mean? You want to make it quite casual. You want to be able to get in there, get out, do it quick. And then if you don't get accepted, you can be like, well, do you know what? I spent 10 minutes on it and it was worth a shot. So that is something that we also need to talk about, because I have personally been guilty of like staging amazing pictures and I've been so proud of them and then not getting accepted, and it is really disappointing. So you kind of want to make it nice content, but you want to make it quite easy content for you to make. And also, if you are applying for like maybe 2 or 3 different campaigns, especially closer to Christmas, when there will be a lot more campaigns uploaded on there, to save a little bit of time, if you are applying for say 4 different campaigns, you might want to do your hair, you might want to do your makeup, and you might want to use a similar kind of photo setup for all 4 images. And then you haven't kind of taken 4 different kind of shoots. You've only really taken 1, but you've mixed in 4 different products. So that will really save you time and just make it a little bit easier, and just kind of like not waste your time. Do you know what I mean? Like you can just basically do 1 photo shoot, like a little home photo shoot, and you can feature 4 different products. And then if you don't get picked, it's kind of not like you've spent the whole day on it. You've probably spent like an hour on it, and you know, you've got to be in it to win it. So that's something to think about. Next, let's talk about money. So you have to set the amount that you want to get paid. It does, I think, give you guidelines when you sign up to how much followers you have and how much they think that you should get paid. But like if it's something that you really, really want, you might want to go in a little bit higher or lower. Like it just depends what it is. Like I personally go in a little bit lower because if I've done the work and I love the product and it's something that I'd probably talk about for free, I normally go in a little bit lower just because I don't want my time to have been wasted. But at the same time, if you go in high, they can always negotiate you to like maybe a slightly lower price. So that has happened to me before. There was a perfume I love, I took the photo, I submitted it, and then they said, we really like this, we really want to do this campaign with you, but can you take £30 off the price? And I said, yes, sure. And we went ahead with the deal. So if you do set your prices a little bit higher, they can always bring you down. But if you set your prices a little bit lower, they're not going to bring you up. Just saying. But you know, it completely is up to you and what you feel is appropriate. So if you don't want the money and you don't think it's enough money, you can say no, and they won't have any hard feelings. Also, another good thing that Tribe is for is if you are thinking that maybe like influencing is something that you would like to do, this is a really good way to kind of get your first campaigns, get maybe noticed by a few more brands, and also practice taking photos to a brief, because I can promise you that when you take your photos for yourself, for your Instagram, it's a lot easier than if you're taking them for a brand, because you've got a lot more to think about with the brand, and you want to make it a slightly higher quality. You want to make sure that you're featuring the brand enough. Like there's a lot to kind of think about. You want to kind of fit in with that brief, and especially if it's a video, it can just be quite good practice to kind of move you into the blogging world, and it is good practice. And also if nobody else is paying you, then like brands might not realize that you want to work with brands. So if you work with somebody like Tribe, then it might kind of get you on the radar for some other brands and some other agencies, and it might just kind of get the ball rolling a little bit. I know that it really helped me when I just wasn't getting much work, and then I did start using apps like this, and I found that it kind of made other brands notice me a little bit more. So that really helped, and it is worth thinking about as well. So even though it might not be the goal for the end, it can be quite good for now, especially if you are kind of struggling to make your rent. Like it, you know, every little helps, every little helps. In terms of payment, it's super easy. You just put in your details into the app and they pay pretty quick. Can't remember 100%, but it is about 7 days turnaround from you posting and kind of it being accepted, and then to getting payment. So it really, you know, if you are struggling like now and you need the money in like 10 days, it will probably be with you in 10 days. So it's pretty good. I think that's kind of it. Like basically, yeah, that's it. I'm trying to think if there's anything else. Not really, just apply to the app, see what campaigns are up there, see if there's any that take your fancy. I will not apply for a campaign in like 3 months and then suddenly I'll see 2 that I love and I'll apply for them both. Like, you don't have to be applying every week unless you want to. You can apply once in a blue moon, you can apply all the time. It really is up to you. You only need 3,000 followers. If you already have the products that they are kind of promoting, then you can just pick up your products at home, take the steps, see what happens. Sometimes they will send you the product, and that is very much a winner. And that has been really good. I've had a couple of things. I think I had an epilator, which I still use all the time. I also have my clothes steamer, which I love with all my heart. And I've had a couple of others, but I can't even remember what they are. I think some face creams. I can't even remember. I'm so hopeless and I have such a bad memory, and it's probably like 2 years ago now. But yeah, it is worth doing. It is worth signing up to, especially if you are kind of struggling with money and you've got like a little bit of an engaged audience and a few more followers than kind of most of your friends. And it's just nice to make a little bit of money, get paid quick, maybe dip your toe into the influencer world and see if you enjoy it, or actually if you prefer just posting Instagram content for fun. Like, it is a good kind of like way to practice and dip your toe into the water, because actually you might not like it. You might not enjoy it. You might like taking your own photos and not ever having branded stuff on your feed, and that's absolutely fine, but it will kind of get that ball rolling for you. And yeah, it's worth signing up. Just know that you will have to create the content before you get accepted to the campaign. You can create the content and then they might not accept you onto the campaign, and you just have to live with that. Like, if you love the product and you're really happy with the photos, you can still post them, but yeah, you do have to create the content before, and you may not get accepted and therefore you won't get paid. But you know, if you wanna just give it a go and see what happens, and you're on furlough and you're bored and you want to take some photos for your Instagram and maybe get paid, why not? So anyway, the link for signing up is below. It is really good, but you do need to know that if you don't own anything from New Look, don't go buy something from New Look. If you don't use that shampoo, don't go buy that shampoo, because if you don't get accepted, you're just going to feel like you wasted your money and wasted your time. But if you already have those products, then why not see what happens? But yes, that is my video. They are my tips. I hope it's of help. Sorry I've rambled on. I'm going to try and put some screen grabs alongside, but it is worth signing up to. And yeah, like, just know that you won't get every campaign. Don't get disheartened. Keep applying, and if you don't like it, don't do it. Anyway, that is my video. I hope it's of help. I think Tribe are operating worldwide. I know that they are in Australia. I know that they're in England. I feel like they might be going to America. I'm not sure. So this isn't necessarily a video for everybody, but they are in more places than just the UK. And if you want any more videos like this, please let me know, because I can make more. I don't know if that's what you want from me. Anyway, that's my video. Thank you so much for watching. Hopefully I will see you again soon. Have a lovely afternoon. Goodbye.